Well, hey there. Today we're going to talk about knitting stripes in the round. I absolutely love stripes, and I don't know about you, but I don't love the jog that happens when you transition between colors. So I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to create a little smoother transition so it's not quite as noticeable. So we are working with these fun, bright colors today. I hope these colors don't make you lose your eyesight because they are so bright and bold, but they're quite a lot of fun on the dreary day that I'm having right now. So when you are ready to work your second color, so we'll call yellow color number 1 and we'll call pink color number 2. So when you're ready to switch to color number 2 on your first round, go ahead and join the new yarn and knit that first round just like normal. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'll pause this and I'll come right back. All right, I knit all the way around with color number 2, and now I'm ready to knit the second round. And this is where the magic happens. When you go to work the first stitch of the second round in color number 2, instead of knitting into the stitch like normal, you're actually going to knit into the stitch below. So I'm knitting into the stitch that is color number 1. And I'm just going to knit that and slip it off as if it was just a normal stitch, and then knit around your second row or as many rounds as you need for that stripe. So if it's a 5-round stripe, knit 5 rounds. And then when it's time to transition to the next color, I'll pause this and I'll show you what we do next. All right, I've finished my round. I'm going to do 2 rounds of my color 2, my contrast hot pink. I dyed this myself. I could never replicate it because it's such a unique, one-of-a-kind color. I do love it though. I wish I could replicate it. Okay, so we're ready to transition back to color number 1. And remember, you can just knit, if you need 5 or 6 rows or however many rows of that second color, you knit all the following rows just like normal. It's only that first row the second row, when you are going into that first stitch after you've knit 1 row in your second color and you go into that first stitch, that's when you knit into the stitch below. Now we're transitioning to color 1 again. So we're going to do the same thing just as if we were starting from scratch. We're going to knit 1 round just like normal, complete the whole round, and then when we go to knit the second round, that's when we knit into the first stitch below. I'll work that and then I'll show you. All right, I finished my first row with color number 1, and now I'm ready to knit the second row. And I'm going to repeat the process of what I did previously by knitting into the row below. Now what you'll notice, that's just on the first stitch, and then continue the round just like normal. And what you'll notice is that this process creates some elongated stitches. Now it doesn't completely eliminate any difference between the color changes, but it is much less noticeable. You got this long kind of slipped extended stitch there that sort of makes up most of the difference. And that's what you do every time you transition to a new color. Work 1 row just like normal, but when you go to work the first stitch of the second row in the new color, that's when you knit down into the stitch below, just the first one, and then complete the rest of the round just like normal. And do that all the way through every time you work a stripe and change colors, and you will really mostly eliminate those pesky jogs. You'll see just a little something, but it's pretty subtle, and it's definitely better than all the jogs that we normally get when we knit stripes in the round.